It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. The action tonight will be happening out in Dallas, where the Mavericks will be going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. Well, for the Clippers, they come into this game having won 3 straight, looking to make it 4. We'll see if they can get it done. And guys, we'll see DeAndre Jordan tonight. And although he's improved his free throw shooting, there's always a chance we could see the hack of Jordan come into play. A big fella, I hesitate to go there, but I know you have something to say about this. And do you think the NBA should change the rules to prevent that tactic from being used?
3 answers, Ernie. No, no, and no. They didn't change it for me. It's part of the game. And as a player, you got to persevere and step up and hit them when you need to hit them. And you always know my motto, Ernie.
What's that?
I hit them when I need to hit them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, NBA took steps last year to cut it down last season. But I don't know if that's the right direction. I agree with Shaq.
Kenny.
I think you're in the game. It's part of the game. You got to hit them when they hit them.
Right.
And down the stretch, 4 championships later, here's this man hit him.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kenny.
Yeah, that was very nice of you. Very nice of you.
Could have been 5 if he would have hit him against
Oh,
us.
yeah, if he hit it enough, yeah.
Should have been 6. No, that wasn't me. That was Nick Anderson.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
come on now. Come on.
Let's go to a break. Let's go to a break.
No need to go there.
No
Come
need to
on.
go there.
It's not me. It's history.
No.
Google it. 94-95.
Thanks for
Magic
joining
versus
us.
Rockets. Google it. What happened?
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
There's a buzz in the air here at the American Airlines Center. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. And, of course, Avery Bradley. Still a fresh new reality for him. Only his 2nd game on the new team. And we'll see if he's feeling more comfortable tonight.
Man, that trade is something that has just electrified this entire fan base, the players, the people working for the organization. They think it may be that piece of the puzzle necessary to finally get this team over the hump.
Now let's get a pregame report from Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who spoke moments ago with Doc Rivers. David.
Well, guys, he told me they're up against a team that really finishes strong at the rim, and he wanted to get that point across to his players. He wants them to protect the rim with every bit of energy they've got throughout this entire contest. Let's see if they're up to it, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And these are both veteran teams, Steve. They've been around. A game like this is a test of wits as much as anything.
They understand what it takes to win. They understand how to will themselves into wins. They understand you can't make mistakes mentally. Veterans, they know how to pull it out. They want to keep it close, and they feel they can win at the end.
Let's get a nice clean game, huh?
So Dallas will get the first possession. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Gallinari. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Bradley, and it's Beverly in at the 1. Bradley is screen on Smith. Beverly dishes to Jordan. And here's Bradley from 3. And it's Noel with the rebound. And Matthews kicks to Smith to the inside. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Smith. Barnes has got the game going with his first points of the game for the Mavs. Beverly the pass to Bradley. Jordan the screen. Bradley against Matthews. Jordan sets the pick for Bradley. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Effective off the ball. Bradley showing he can handle it as well.
Noel, a screen on Beverly. It's Matthews on the wing. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. Back to Matthews. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. I'm not sure, Greg, there's a player who better fits the description of a grinder than Wes Matthews.
Yeah, so tough, too. I mean, mentally and physically. He talks about inflicting his personality on the team, and he truly is what I'd call a culture builder.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And for the Mavericks, clearly the rebuild, Greg, has begun.
Yeah, but they made good use of their picks. They brought in more youth and signed their building blocks. Franchise isn't used to rebuilding, but they are approaching it, I think, the right way.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Beverly dishes to Bradley. Jordan the screen. Jordan with the screen on Matthews. Shot off the pick. Avery Bradley again.
Making good choices in the pick and roll game. Another area of Bradley's development.
There's a screen by Noel. Smith kicks to Nowitzki. A three-pointer, no good.
And this is what he gives you, the ability to contest the shot without fouling.
Perimeter defense at a premium these days. You see the value in this kind of effort.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in the groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And for DeAndre Jordan, he doesn't do a lot of things on the floor, but what he does do, he does extremely well, in my opinion. One of the best dunkers and finishers inside. He's also a fantastic rebounder on both ends.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And that one misses. And with Jordan, it's not a knock to say he doesn't do too much. You know, Steve, he knows exactly what he's got to do and how to execute it. He's very much a classic center.
Yeah, he is. He's a throwback center, and he stays within himself. But what he does at an elite level is rim protection, rebounding, and finishing.
No good on the second free throw.
You know, he's standing 6'11", 265 pounds. DeAndre Jordan remains an absolute force in this league. A big guy who is hard to contain.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. It's good.
They already got into a nice flow. 4 for 5 from the field.
Smith kicks to Barnes. Here's Nowitzki. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
In the corner, it's Harris. Takes a 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
We know Harris is good off the dribble. Now becoming equally adept at the catch and shoot.
Smith kicks to Noel. Back to Smith. Pass to Nowitzki. Over in the corner, Barnes. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Lobs it up for Jordan. That shot off. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
And unfortunately for them, they just ran into a hot shooting team and really had no answers.
Well, they still should have been more active on defense, giving those guys a run for their money.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Lets it go from 11. Tries again. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
The hard work of DeAndre on the boards. One of the better big man rebounders we have in the game.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Jordan no good on the free throw. And as he approached that midway point of the season, Steve, the pecking order pretty clear. Is it possible for a team to suddenly kick into a high gear and forget what's happened the first half and be completely different the second half of the season?
You know, sometimes a tweak of the lineup, a guy has been out because of injury, or a huge trade can definitely kickstart a lot of teams, and you just start to play better. The one thing is, when you start to hit that chemistry, that continuity, and everything is clicking, the unselfishness, yes, you can. You can have it happen in the midseason.
Here's Beverly following the score by Dennis Smith. Jordan with the screen on Matthews. Here's Bradley, and no good that time. Good D by Matthews. Ball's knocked loose, stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Bradley's got the ball, and the rejection by Noel. Mavericks trailed by 3. Barnes passes to Matthews. To the inside, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Mavericks.
And no doubt they relied upon that three-point shot to provide a big chunk of their scoring. That's been a trend in the modern NBA, and they took that philosophy and ran with it.
Nowitzki a screen. Smith wide open. He fires. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
And I just love how Smith is ready to shoot as soon as he gets the ball, measuring the shot as the pass is en route.
Now here's Beverly. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. The drive by Jordan lays it up off the glass. Jordan's got 6.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
Nowitzki with the screen on Beverly. Smith kicks to Noel. Inside. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Nowitzki.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Now here is Harris. He picked up 12 points in their last one against Utah.
You know what? I also like how he attacked the glass. Gave a terrific effort in that department.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Mavericks trail by 4. And here's Smith. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Brooklyn. Gallinari against Barnes. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. Just 4 to shoot. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one. And there's the feed to Gallinari. Kicks to Harris. Over Nowitzki. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Difficult to stop inside. Harris with the excellent feel and touch around the basket.
Smith outside. The pass to Barnes. Screen by Smith. And that one's good. Barnes.
Just a difficult shot that Barnes makes look so simple, so creative how he brushes off the defense.
Jordan the screen. Dishes it to Bradley. Jordan with a screen on Matthews. Bradley.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And Avery Bradley won the national high school title at Findlay Prep and was considered a top 5 prospect. Some had him even at #1, and still after one season at Texas, he fell to the Celtics at 19 in that 2010 draft.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. 5th, the Clippers.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points. Well, early on, neither team put much emphasis on the defensive side.
No doubt. The offensive game planning on both sides has been effective early on.
And Bradley, a great athlete. He won the dunk contest in high school. Terrific player, but he's not a big highlight player, it seems, in the NBA, Greg.
Yeah, you know, his strength and explosiveness more on display defensively, and that's been his meal ticket. He's added skill, though. He's turned the corner and has become a two-way threat.
Now, here's Marjanovic. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
And because of his size, that's a difficult shot to contest.
But it's not just the size, it's the natural feel for the mid-range game. Not everyone has it.
Curry against Williams. Now here's Curry. He's covered closely. Off target from the baseline. Clippers leading by 4. Marjanovic, a screen on Barea. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. There's the screen. Williams against Curry. And Williams, here we go. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Offensive rebound. The second effort. Pass to Finney-Smith. Fires the 3. That one no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And simply put, they couldn't score. And it never got completely in sync in that one.
Well, that's putting it mildly. They were in total disarray. I have no idea where their heads were that night.
Barea, no good.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
A nice shot by Rivers.
Wow. With the defense bearing down on him, he calmly flips in the reverse.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Here is McRoberts. He's defended by Harrell. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Williams a screen. Now here's Harrell. He's guarded closely. The dish to Rivers. Picked by Harrell. Rivers gets a wide open look, but they recover it. Here's Teodosic, guarded by Barea. Marjanovic with it. To the middle. Harrell dishes to Rivers. Picked by Harrell. And it comes off the front of the rim. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Curry. McRoberts, the pass to Curry. And here's Barea outside. Rebound by Harrell. Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. It's stolen by Barea. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the first. Drains the 3-pointer. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Curry against Williams. Inside. Here's Marjanovic. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The Clippers have come up empty at the line so far in 3 attempts. Free throw drops for Marjanovic. And he makes both free throws. There's 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. Williams against Curry. We've got 13 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's the screen. 5 to shoot. He feeds it to Barea. Another miss by Barea.
Tough miss. He found some space inside the arc, but he could deliver.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Clippers ahead. They lead by 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And one of our game's most explosive dunkers, DeAndre Jordan, tells us what it feels like to be DeAndre Jordan.
And you jump 20 feet in the air, it's like you're flying for a quick second. And then I've learned that how good the dunk was on the reaction of my teammates.
And for a guy like DeAndre, and a guy of DeAndre's size, guys, it's hard to believe how fluid he is in the air.
He's got some body torque into those jams, and just all around, he seems to improve his game every year.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
That's their mindset. And these extra possessions have been converted into a lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Teodosic out there with Lou Williams. And it's Rivers. Then there's Harrell. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5, down low. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, Rick Carlisle is one of the most respected head coaches in the league, especially for his X's and O's. But Bucks coach Jason Kidd, who played for Carlisle, praised his disposition. He's never up and never down, Kidd said. There's no panic in him. He gives you that sense of security to go out there and make a play. Kevin?
Gotta love Coach Carlisle, D.A., an even-keel guy who places a lot of trust in his players. And he makes the first.
And the Clippers are known as a high-wire act, and rightfully so with their stars. This team is also one that can at times lock it down defensively. I don't think they get enough credit for what they do on that side of the ball.
Both good from the line that time. The Clippers not a team known for their defense, but quite often the last few years, it's been the deciding factor for them in games.
Yeah, and I think it starts with the pressure they place on ball handlers. They can throw double teams or pick up far out from the hoop. They've got shot blocking inside to erase mistakes as well.
And so here is Dallas after the basket by Los Angeles. Nick Roberts. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Marjanovic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Williams. Passes to Marjanovic. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Marjanovic has got 10. Mavericks trail by 7. Over to the wing. From deep, Barea. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and some nights, you know, the starters carry the load, and then there's others when it's about the bench. That night, the bench won out.
Sometimes when you go to your second unit, sometimes the offense can bog down. Not that night.
Here's Curry, following the score by Lou Williams. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action.
Yeah, tough entry pass. You want to kick the ball down low, but you have to be crafty about how you do it.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
Here is Barea after the Clippers pick up 2. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Rivers. Here's Harrell. That shot off. And the Mavericks going the other way now. It's Curry outside. That shot misses. Here now the Clippers. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Shoots over Curry, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Mavericks trail by 11. Barea kicks to Curry. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Steve, you've gone the broadcasting route, but we've seen a lot of former players becoming head coaches lately. Who else do you think could become a coach someday? Current players that you're watching.
I think Chris Paul, I think Stephen Curry, a lot of guys. LeBron James for sure, Dwayne Wade. I think Draymond Green would be somewhat like a Stan Van Gundy, Tom Thibodeau, just yelling and screaming. And
I like
but
that.
Those are some of the names.
Yes. The first free throw is good.
And the Mavericks looking to go young now around Nowitzki. Unsurprisingly, they've already found some intriguing young prospects.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Nerlens Noel checks in for Mejri. Nowitzki comes in for Josh McRoberts. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Smith subbed in for J.J. Barea. And for the Mavericks, you look at their young guys, a lot of athleticism, and Greg, an upside already on the roster.
And Mavs fans have to be pleased with what they've done so far. I mean, especially with the selection of Dennis Smith in the draft, who can be a special player at that point guard position. They're making smart moves to kind of revamp this roster.
And the basket by Harris.
And defensively, you have to close out fast on Harris in that in-between area.
And the Mavericks call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Wesley Matthews checked in for Seth Curry. Noel down low. He's against Jordan, and it's Noel missing. Here's Bradley. Here's Harris. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Smith against Beverly. Here's Nowitzki, and Nowitzki hit the stuff.
A lot of guys have great vision, but they're not always willing passers. Not the case with Smith. Very unselfish and aware of keeping his teammates involved.
To the inside, and Harris gets it to go on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got 3 assists now in this one. And Noel kicks to Matthews. Over in the corner, Beverly. At the elbow, it's Harris. Fires it up. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Nowitzki. Smith against Beverly. Smith dishes to Nowitzki. Smith left side. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And the explosive athletic nature of Smith's game, really exciting. Just a guy at the point with a ton of upside.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. So many great point guards in this year's draft. Greg, what stands out to you about North Carolina State's Dennis Smith?
Well, I think he's the best athlete of them all. A terror off the bounce, great toughness, and he's drawn some comparison to Stevie Francis when you talk about his bounce and physicality. And when you look at Dennis Smith Jr., you aren't blown away by the physicality at first, but he's incredibly gifted for a player his size. Great speed and quickness to blow by defenders.
Bradley can't get it to go.
Just hasn't had it tonight, but his teammates are picking up the slack.
Nowitzki's shot is no good. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 14-5 run. Bradley with another miss. Mavericks trail by 12. And with Dennis Smith, it isn't just burst of speed, it's his play in the open floor and Greg running end to end, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, he also just jumps and finishes at the rim like a shooting guard. He's only probably 6'2", 6'3", but he gets up in the air like a wing player. He's a lot like Derrick Rose was when he burst on the scene.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And Harrison Barnes, just a tremendous athlete at that small forward position. I think his strength enables him to guard up and hold his own against power forwards, and coaches love that versatility.
One shot.
That's good from Barnes. And Greg, you look at the versatility of Barnes. He can defend, I think, 3 positions.
And that's what the league is all about now. Switching on picks, much more popular, and with an all-around solid defender like Barnes, it doesn't uncover mismatches.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Yeah, and the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
Let's take a peek now here at the league leaders in rebounding. DeAndre Jordan third.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
Mavericks trail by 12. There's a screen by Noel. Smith the pass to Noel. Matthews, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
You've got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
LA's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Beverly kicks to Bradley. Jordan with the screen on Matthews. Here's Bradley. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Bradley's got 5 points in the quarter.
Inside in traffic, Bradley doesn't care. Feels he can score now in any situation.
Smith kicks to Nowitzki. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's 11 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Barnes grabs the miss. The Mavericks shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Bradley can't get it to go.
I mean, you can see it. He's way out of sync. It's been this way all quarter for him.
Wesley Matthews on the wing, guarded by Bradley. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Matthews.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Jordan the screen. Here's Harris. Another shot, and Jordan with the layup. Jordan's got 8 points.
With his size and athleticism, no wonder DeAndre Jordan is one of the most fearsome rebounders in the game.
Smith kicks to Matthews. Matthews against Bradley. Bradley with another miss. Mavericks trail by 9. Barnes kicks to Matthews. Another 3 for Dallas.
His temperature is rising. I mean, it is rising.
Feeds it to Bradley. Jordan the screen. Looking to end his cold spell. That shot no good. Good D by Matthews. Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. 2 points. That one goes. And now just a 4-point Clipper lead.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Jordan the screen. Shot off the screen, and it's Gallinari missing. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. Smith dishes to Matthews. Nowitzki for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight. Left side, Bradley. And the Clippers miss again.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off. Ooh! That's how you attack. Wow.
Agree. The powerful frame of Barnes went right through the foul like the defender wasn't even there.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Measury, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Josh McRoberts comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Barea subbed in for Smith.
One shot, gentlemen.
Steve, as a player, do analytics give you a path to say, you know, I should change and lean more toward this, or I should stop doing that because I'm better at this? Does that ever enter a player's mind, you think?
Hey, Kevin, I think guys should look at these numbers. When you're saying from this spot you're shooting 20%, stop shooting from that spot. If from this shot you're shooting 80%, you might want to get to that spot. So, and I think in those cases, yes, analytics work. And when you're shooting a 3 and you're shooting about 30%, you need to step in.
Now, here's Matthews. He's got 11. Well, one thing you know with this Clippers franchise is they are not going to let money be a hurdle when it comes to their goal of winning a title. Ownership, Steve, has shown they're willing to put out money to get the best players on the floor.
Well, it all starts back to when this team was sold for $2 billion. Ownership is not afraid to open up their checkbook to acquire talent. Next for them is just getting to the next level and winning a championship.
2 shots.
That one drops. He ties it up. For the Mavericks, 16 consecutive years of 500 basketball or better. Coming to an end last season, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, it was the beginning of a rebuild. The first time in a long time for the Mavs. And they waived some of their veterans to free up space and court time to further develop those young players. And with how competitive this organization is, that you know they'll do everything they can to get back in contention to try to send Dirk out on a high note.
Now, here is Gallinari.
Love it. Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
Here's Barea. He's coming off a 13-point game against Brooklyn.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
To the paint, and Harrell slams it in.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now, here's Barea. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Bradley.
And the three-point game stands out as a major sore spot. It just has not been falling for him. I think at this point you start to get away from that shot. Try to engage in other parts of the offense. You don't want to hurt your team if that long ball isn't there.
2 shots.
Free throw, good. Matthews.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Both free throws good from Matthews.
The Clippers with another early playoff exit last season. You still have to like the core of this team. Window might be closing, but they're always competitive.
And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That is his first foul of the game. Curry's checked in for Matthews. Rivers passes to Teodosic. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 3. And Steve, tough to lose Chris Paul, but what do you like with this new roster in Los Angeles with the Clippers?
Well, Kevin, they did sign Danilo Gallinari. That gives them some size and shooting on the perimeter. They added depth in the backcourt without Chris Paul. They added Patrick Beverly and others. They'll look to do it by committee. And you have to appreciate the aggression. Nice work inside.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Gallinari outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. Mejri's got his 4th rebound in this one. Dallas has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Curry attacking, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Doc Rivers, Steve, a coach who has one of the rare distinctions of being traded from one team to another. This, of course, happened when the Celtics traded him to the Los Angeles Clippers.
I mean, Kevin, this was so odd. Doc Rivers was worth a first-round draft pick in the 2015 draft for the Clippers. Rivers asked to be moved as he didn't want to go through the rebuilding process what the Celtics had in front of them.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Well, you knew with all the potential free agents with the Clippers last offseason, they could look different this year. And you can't avoid change, as we all know, in the NBA.
You're so right, Kevin. A very different team makeup now for the Clippers. Hard to replace a player like Chris Paul. We'll see what this new look roster can do.
The Clippers have shot 2 of 5 from the free throw line. And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. The Mavericks trail it. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Barea kicks to Finney-Smith. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Rivers has got the ball.
Oh, no, he didn't.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Up top, Barea. It's Curry outside. No good on that last second attempt there. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Clippers lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
You know, we got to protect the paint. They getting way too many easy baskets. You know, that's us communication on front of the post and, you know, just communicating a lot more.
We'll see if those changes stick. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exciting first half indeed. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny, the Jet, Smith, and Shaq, the Eel O'Neal. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained most of their first quarter lead and now lead by 3 at the break. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Efficiency. You know, I think that's big. That's a key to success. You got to protect the basketball. You can't make those risky passes that lead to highlight film dunks. So I thought it was a great job.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
Their three-point shooting in the first half was atrocious. Ugh, ugly, awful, nasty. It's not that they're just missing shots. It's like they just keep taking the shots. Hold on, Ernie. Hey, you, whatever your number is, stop shooting the 3. See, Ernie, that's all the coach got to do. Tell them stop shooting the 3. Pass, cut, work together, do something.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
Welcome back to Big D. A terrific look at this urban mecca deep in the heart of Texas, Dallas, Texas. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. One of the stories here, Wesley Matthews getting it done today.
And every team needs this, a guy who challenges the defense with that slashing ability.
You know what? So many teams focus on the perimeter and alley-oops. It's important to have someone who can work that in-between area.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. And here is Los Angeles now. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Dirk is the 4 with Noel manning the middle. Smith Jr. runs the point with Matthews at his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Here's Smith following the score by Avery Bradley. Nowitzki a screen. And it's Smith penetrating off the screen. Mavericks with a new shot clock. No good from 11 feet. Clippers leading by 5. Now the feed to Beverly. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Steve, in your playing days, you always struck that balance, I always thought, between calling your own number and creating for teammates. That's a real gift.
It is, and I think the value of playing winning basketball, Kevin, is whatever play dictates making your teammates better or making the winning play. I think a lot of guys right now get caught up in stats. Whatever's the play to help your team win, that's the play that needs to be made.
Yeah, well said.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loop shots.
He's off on the first.
Patrick Beverley is a tone setter, someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence.
He hits the second from the line. Mavericks trail by 6. Now Matthews. He dishes it to Nowitzki. Matthews up top, guarded by Bradley. Over in the corner, Barnes. And a miss there on the triple.
A very disappointing start to this half. 3 attempts with nothing to show for it.
Kicks it to Beverley. Over Smith. And it's Beverley missing. For Dallas, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Lets it go from 14. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. Noel's got his second basket of the game.
You got to D up on Smith at all times. You can't lay off him when he's dribbling. That's when he burns you with that pull-up jet.
And now to our rookie leaderboard for a look at this month's steal leaders among the young guys. Third is Dennis Smith.
And if those numbers show us anything, it's how good he is at picking up on ball handlers' tendencies and knowing when to make his move.
The Mavericks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Nowitzki with the screen on Beverley. Smith kicks to Nowitzki. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 7th assist in the game.
Always positive when you're a willing passer, and that is the case for Smith. Terrific at sharing with his teammates.
Now here's Bradley. 13 points in the game. Jordan sets the pick for Bradley. Jordan dishes to Beverley. Harris a screen on Smith. Beverley the pass to Harris. Over Nowitzki. Misses off the right iron.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
And Matthews kicks to Nowitzki. No good. That would have tied it.
How does he miss that layup? He's too good to be doing that.
To the middle. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Bradley. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging about 18 points per, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
He stacks up points. Reason why? Because that's his mindset. He wants to carry the load and clearly is successful at it.
Here's Smith, plenty of space. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Smith's got the game tied up here for the Mavs. And the pass to Gallinari. Jordan with the screen on Barnes. Gallinari attacking. Here's Jordan. It doesn't go for him. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Matthews. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And Beverley kicks to Harris. Over Nowitzki. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. For Dallas, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Back to Matthews. And it's blocked by Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan is a force on defense. Tough to finish when he's lurking.
The Mavericks leading. Now here's Matthews. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki.
They are just killing them on the interior.
I'll tell you what, age ain't nothing but a number when you talk about the impact of Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, with his size and shooting touch, he creates so many openings for himself and his teammates offensively.
Now here's Matthews following the missed shot by Tobias Harris, and it's good. 2 points. Now it's a 6-point Maverick lead.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And here's Gallinari outside. It's good on the putback. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
DeAndre is relentless on the boards. If you hesitate boxing him out for a second, you are toast.
Nowitzki for 3. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%. And Nowitzki's turnaround, an unblockable shot when he's hitting. Greg, he's unguardable.
And even though he's lost a little lift in the legs, he's worked hard to kind of quicken his release. And just another tweak for a guy who's made a career of adding layers to his Hall of Fame game.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Smith isn't afraid of getting hit on the way up, constantly getting into the guts of the D and forcing the issue.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line, only 71% as a shooter.
The first one falls. Seth Curry, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And then for the Clippers, Austin Rivers comes in for Gallinari. Lou Williams is subbed in for Bradley. Smith hits them both. And here's Beverly. Lobs it up for Jordan. It's rebounded by Dallas. Noel's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Barnes. A second chance effort. Nowitzki kicks to Smith over Rivers. And it's Smith that time on the assist by Nowitzki. Smith's got 11.
How about that quick trigger in terms of the release of that shot there by Smith? Always looking to get it going from the mid-range.
Now here's Beverly. Back to Harris. Picked by Williams. Out left to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Rivers. Jordan dishes to Harris. Jordan the screen. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Crazy for Tobias Harris after signing a massive $64 million contract in 2015. He was traded just a few months later. Doesn't happen like that very often.
He misses the free throw. And Tobias Harris, the former Tennessee Volunteer, you would think a player who has been so efficient, Steve, on offense his whole career wouldn't have bounced around as much as he has.
It is surprising how much he's changed teams. Always a factor on offense, and he doesn't need many touches. If I'm a coach, I love to have him as an option.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Measury, he's checked in for Noel. Josh McRoberts comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Barnes. And Barea subbed in for Smith, pushing their lead to double digits. And it's a 12-point Maverick lead.
If the defense is going to keep giving him those shots, you know he has the confidence to knock them down.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Well, in the last half-decade or so, the NBA, Steve, has realized the true value of the corner 3, and now offenses all over the league are designed to take advantage of it. Part of that is because it's just closer to the rim than any other three-pointer.
Yeah, you're right, and you should. I mean, when you have a three-point arc, yes, the corner threes are going to be shorter, and it's harder from a guy to shoot it from straight on. But when you have a guy that can shoot it straight on, you can see the dynamics of a team defensively. It's hard to cover. But I don't think the NBA should widen the court because of the value of the corner 3. That's a part of the game.
Should the lane be widened? Should we talk about the court and making all the threes the same length? What about the lane?
Well, I think you can widen the lane if you change the defensive rules, because right now you're allowed to play zone. If you went back to man-to-man, yes, I think you should widen it. But teams are allowed to play zone. I think the value of keeping it the same helps the defense a little bit more.
And here are the Mavericks now, following the miss by Lou Williams. Outside Curry. Measury inside, guarded by Jordan. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Curry. 4th in three-point field goal percentage and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down. That free throw, no good. And the Clippers making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Well, you have to give a lot of credit to Austin Rivers for how he has improved since his rookie season.
And one big reason for Rivers earning his spot is his improved efficiency. Had trouble shooting from the mid-range and out early on and worked on that part of his game, which opened up everything else for his skill.
And so here is Dallas after Lou Williams was able to get the 3 to go. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Right wing. Here's McRoberts. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. McRoberts has got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs. On the wing, Williams. And he drops it in from the low post. Williams has got 9 points.
I like this choice by Lou, who tried to take it to the rack, but sees he has the easy floater over the top.
And there's the call on Lou Williams. That will be foul number 5 on him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
McRoberts, the pass to Barea. It's stolen by Marjanovic.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal.
Here's Finney-Smith. Rebound by Harrell. Clippers trail by 10. Down low. Here's Marjanovic. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. 12 points for him.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board. Then right back up.
Barea with it to the middle. Shoots it. Here's Measuring. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Teodosic, the pass to Williams. Harrell setting the pick for Williams, and it's blocked.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Measury kicks to Curry. Dallas moving the ball around. Pass to Measury, 6 to shoot. Here's Finney-Smith. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Finney-Smith's got 6 points.
Yeah, second chance points. Gotta love the way they attack the offensive glass there, even with a huge lead.
That's how they've gotten to this point in the game. Lots of activity, fantastic focus.
And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, I mean, just wants to make sure everybody's on the same page here going forward.
You know, sometimes the best way to approach it, let your guys know what they're doing well and give them 1 or 2 things that they could have done better.
Now here's Williams. 9 points in the game so far. Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Teodosic.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
It's blocked. Here's Rivers. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Here's Harrell. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart for the Clippers.
And looking at this shot chart, you can't help but feel that this entire team has played passively on offense. There has been little to nothing going on at the rim or in the paint for that matter. And when you don't attack the defense and put pressure on them down low, you are making life far too easy.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time. Dallas leading by 5. Curry dishes to McRoberts. Back to Curry. From 12 feet out. And it's off the back rim. No good. LA's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Over in the corner, Williams. Another miss by Williams.
Still trying to shoot his way out of this funk. But if it doesn't come within the flow of the offense, the whole team suffers.
And a look at the top 3-point shooting small forwards this season in the NBA. Every wingman should have that shot in his arsenal, and these guys certainly do. Austin Rivers on top.
I mean, his range is about as long as it gets. I mean, you'd better have someone on him as soon as he crosses half court, or he just might drop a bomb on you.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. 1:36 left to play in the third. Teodosic, the pass to Marjanovic. From the stripe, it's rebounded by Dallas. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. Williams with a clean look. Here's Harrell, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Dallas. For Los Angeles, they have really struggled at the line in this one, well under 50% so far.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Mavericks leading by 4. There's a screen. Barea kicks to Finney-Smith. Back to Barea, over Rivers. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. But look at the Mavericks. They're down in 9th place so far, still early in the season. And checking out the Clippers. They're down there in the 10th spot.
You know, right now, Dallas, they're in the mix for a playoff spot, which is definitely a positive. But I'm sure they'd like to have had their hands around that spot a little tighter than they do.
I agree. They're not going to be able to coast. They're going to have to battle their way into the postseason. But maybe they'll toughen up by the time the playoffs arrive.
Chalk up 2 there. Harrell's got 11 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
There's the pick. Here's Barea. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. He's got 5.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, they went right to the hole. Great decision-making there.
Pick by Harrell. Here's Teodosic. Got a hand on it. Here's Finney-Smith. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Rivers. And the baseline jumper, no good. Finney-Smith got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Well, they trailed by a bunch, but once they got going, the comeback was on. We come back right after this. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, if we get a stop and a running opportunity, keep it going. The tempo's really good. Keep pushing the ball.
Rick Carlisle, wanting to make this a track meet, feels that may favor his team right now.
Well, he knows they have some momentum, and he wants to step on the gas pedal here because he knows how quickly that momentum can shift.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Gallinari is out there with Harrell. Then there's Avery Bradley. Then it's Williams. And it's Marjanovic in at the center position. Bradley, no one around him. Can't nail the jumper.
An uncontested look for mid-range. He typically drains that one.
Curry poked away. It's stolen by Marjanovic. It's Williams with the drive, and the layup's good off the glass.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Dallas leading by 6. Dishes it to Curry. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. They get it back. Here's Gallinari. The 3rd shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Following up on the miss, one thing about Gallinari, cannot question his work ethic.
Barea with it. Now guarded by Bradley. Outside for Barea. Here's Curry. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Williams. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
That free throw, no good. A different look for Dallas. Nerlens Noel checks in for Mejri. Nowitzki comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Barnes in for J.J. Barea. Good on the 2nd free throw.
It's important to stretch this lead out as much as possible right now, and that's exactly what he did there.
Beverly dishes to Harris. They set the pick. Bradley up top. Over Matthews. The Clippers rebound. 2 points. That one goes.
The interior game of DeAndre, a high percentage shooter who takes smart shots when given room.
Barnes screen on Beverly. Here's Matthews. Another shot. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. Drills it from outside. Nowitzki's got 19 points.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Bradley can't get it to go. Mavericks leading by 6. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Barnes can't get it to go.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
The drive by Jordan. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
DeAndre is a remarkable athlete who really can get up to the hoop so quickly. When he makes up his mind, he's going straight to the hoop. Just get out of the way.
Now here's Curry, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Bradley. No good off the front iron. The Mavericks have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
I like what he's given them tonight. Efficient offense that's helped fuel this lead.
Clippers trail by 6. And Beverly kicks to Harris. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Now here's Noel, and here's Barnes for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Beverly, the pass to Bradley. There's the pick. He kicks it to Gallinari. Jordan with the screen on Barnes. Here's Gallinari. Los Angeles with another miss. Dallas leading by 9. Right side Matthews. Here's Nowitzki. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Harris. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Harris setting the pick for Bradley. Harris outside. And the Clippers miss again.
He just can't get it cranked up from beyond the arc. No threes in this half after just hitting 1 in the first.
And Matthews kicks to Noel. On the wing, Barnes. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. Clippers trail by 9. Gallinari with it, picked up by Nowitzki. Second chance shot. Not enough on that one as it misses.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
There's a screen by Noel. Nowitzki inside. Harris is there. Nowitzki, no good. And Los Angeles guys shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Pass to Beverly. Offensive rebound. Tries to snap the cold streak. Rejected by Nowitzki. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nowitzki. Mavericks making a switch here. Smith has checked in. And here is Los Angeles now. Harris dishes to Gallinari. Now Beverly. He feeds it to Jordan. Just 5 on the clock. And the rejection by Noel. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Harris. Dallas has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. They set the screen. Up off the screen. LA's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Bucket is good. And that's 17 points for Avery Bradley.
And what I like about Avery at the guard position, he's unafraid to challenge the interior.
Nowitzki with the screen on Beverly. Nowitzki outside. Launches a 3. Drills the three-pointer. Nowitzki's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Dallas.
Talking about heating up. At halftime, he had just 1 made from beyond the arc, but he's drained 3 more since.
Nowitzki with the steal. Smith for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Clippers trail by 8. Now here's Beverly. The dish now to Bradley. Back to Beverly. Passes it to Gallinari. Off target with his three.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
And here's Barnes for three. Rebound by the Clippers. Jordan's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. And the rejection by Noel. And now the fast break. Matthews with the ball and the dunk by Barnes.
Everyone knows how athletic Barnes is. Demonstrated yet again with the slam.
And Los Angeles guys shooting an appalling 26% in the fourth quarter. Los Angeles calls timeout. And Nerlens Noel out of Kentucky, slender and mobile and long. And Greg, he can cover ground in a hurry.
Boy, and you can see it in his rate of steals to go along with the blocks. That quickness is a huge asset in today's game. It's all about versatility, both offensively and defensively.
It's been quite a game for Dirk Nowitzki.
I mean, the ridiculous production from beyond the arc. They have to find a way to cool him down.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Dirk Nowitzki.
And Kevin, his three-point shooting has been a big key. 12 of his points have come from downtown, and those points didn't come cheaply. He's worked hard on the perimeter aspect of his game and got good high-percentage shots.
He's been their pulse tonight, the player who's guided them to the win, and it's a win they needed coming off a loss in their last one. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, listening in on Doc Rivers talking to the team, he was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Beverly.
You see the quickness of Beverly, blinding speed in the inside.
Smith the pass to Noel. Screen by Smith. Over Beverly. Bank shot, no good.
And that can't happen. Missing the wide open chip shot.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
What strength by DeAndre. Really love seeing him sky up for the thunderous slam.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Now here's Barnes. Back to Smith. And the shot is good. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
And Smith doesn't back down from a challenge. Even when he gets bodied, he can stay with the play and convert.
Here's Jordan. Beverly sets the screen for Jordan. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 16 points for Tobias Harris. Smith kicks to Noel. Nowitzki outside. Some nice passing here by Dallas. There's a screen by Noel. Here's Matthews. Feeds it to Noel. Nowitzki outside. Over Harris. And the basket by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 15 points here in the second half.
Extended the lead. This has been a great period for him offensively.
Jordan the screen. Here's Harris. Harris missing again. Mavericks leading by 7. Here's Barnes, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
He smiles on these catch and shoot opportunities. Barnes very comfortable as a secondary scorer.
And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Gallinari dishes to Beverly. Jordan the screen, pulls up on the wing, and it's Gallinari missing.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
Smith the pass to Nowitzki. Some solid defense from Harris. Clippers trail by 9. 1:43 left to play here in the fourth. Here's the pick. The 3 from Bradley. Tips it up, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got 8 here in the quarter.
When it comes to scoring the ball, DeAndre is very efficient. Get him the ball in the right spots, and you won't be sorry.
Smith kicks to Noel. It's deflected and stolen by Jordan. They break it out 5-on-3. Here's Harris. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Matthews goes in. Dallas, no good that time either.
Well, this is what happens when you're a threat down low. You attract a lot of defensive attention.
59 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. There's a screen by Noel. Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 7. 51 seconds left in the game. Jordan sets the pick for Beverly. Knocked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. The feed to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Gaining more confidence, Tobias putting the team on his back at a crucial point in this game.
And now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
Yeah, for sure. They need a quick score and a foul just to have a chance. Never want to shy away when it matters most. Bradley steps up and delivers.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Nice job extending the lead and making this a 2-possession game now.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And this huddle up about 2 things, the quick shot and then the quick foul.
And you're right. And if they do get the bucket, you love to foul someone who isn't automatic from the line. That would take good denial of the ball on the inbounds.
Jordan the screen from deep. Gallinari. Another shot. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
DeAndre Jordan using his size, his explosiveness. Jordan putting it to use inside the paint.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. Beverly for 3. They get it back. Harris kicks to Beverly. And here's Gallinari outside. Count it!
That was huge. You need a bucket? Who do you go to? A guy with a lot of skills and heart, Tobias Harris.
And now they foul and stop the clock. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 3-point lead. Beverly, and it's sent back by Nowitzki. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Wesley, great night for you. How did it all come together?
My team's doing a great job of getting me open, and our guards are finding me, and I'm just putting the ball in the basket when I can.
You were open and available all night, Wesley. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.